Chop. To chop something is to cut it with a knife or an axe. He chopped an onion in half. Wood is chopped for firewood. I chopped down a tree in my backyard because it died. There are some other trees on my property that need to be chopped down or trimmed. Have you ever needed to chop down a tree? Many stir-fry recipes call for chopped vegetables. When food is chopped into very, very small pieces, you can say that it's minced. What kind of a knife do you use to chop food? There are a few other ways to use the word chop. A man with large sideburns has large chops. A person who knows how to play the guitar well shows off his chops. A chop of meat is a large cut of meat, usually including the bone. Lamb chops and pork chops are popular in the United States. Chopsticks may be used when eating some Asian food. Some people refer to a helicopter as a chopper. Cord. In this word of the day exercise, you'll learn a vocabulary word that is related to music. A chord is a sound produced by putting individual notes together. There are usually 3 or more notes in a chord. A C chord is made up of 3 notes: a C, an E, and a G. That's a C chord. It's important to learn how to play chords when learning how to play the piano or play a guitar. A G chord is very common in music. That's a G. Many rock and roll songs are played with just 3 or 4 chords. The C chord, the F chord, and the G chord go well together. Harmony results when chords go well together. The word chord is also found in these common expressions. The minister's sermon really struck a chord with the congregation. Her speech struck the right chord with the audience. Chubby. If a person is chubby, he or she is a little bit heavy, or there's a part of the body that looks a little fat. Babies are chubby. Rhonda has a very chubby but healthy baby. Her baby has chubby cheeks. Frank was starting to look kind of chubby, so he went on a diet and lost 20 pounds. Lena lost some of the chubbiness around her face. People often get a little chubbier in the winter during the holidays. Fred's wife is chubby, and he likes her that way. Church. A church is a public place or building where people go to practice their faith. The word church is used by people who practice Christian religions. Many people go to church on Sunday. Church services are also held on other days of the week. Many people get married in a church. Churches are places that welcome everyone. There are many different types of buildings in which people worship. Most people who are Christian worship in a church. People who are Jewish go to a synagogue. People who are Muslim attend a mosque. People who are Hindu visit a temple. Cinema. In many countries around the world, the word cinema is used when talking about the entertainment provided by film viewed in a theater. But in the United States, Americans generally prefer the word movie over film or cinema. Let's go see a movie. Barb and Don went to the movies. The word cinema is used for films or movies that fall into the category of art. Our local cinema is showing Fellini's 8.5. Tyrone is studying cinema in college. He's a cinema major. I'm reading a very interesting book about the history of French cinema. Kate and Edward share a love for bad cinema. The word cinema, or various forms of it, is also commonly used in the name of a business that shows movies. Cinema 18 has 18 screens. We saw a movie at Cinema 6. The Cineplex charges only $5 for matinees. Cinema City shows movies 24 hours a day. The word cinematic is an adjective. Better seating improves the cinematic experience. The release of 3 new Star Wars movies promises new cinematic adventures. Tyrone has learned a lot about cinematic techniques from his professors. Claim. A claim is a statement. Some people who make claims are lying, while others are telling the truth. So a claim can be true or false. The witness claimed that the defendant in the trial was driving a large black car. The manufacturer of this product claims that it is waterproof but it isn't. 97% of scientists claim that global warming is caused by human activity. An expert on art history claims that the painting is a forgery. False claims about the young man's behavior damaged his reputation. What kind of a claim is the company making about the effectiveness of its product? Is that a valid claim? We also use the word claim when referring to property rights or ownership. The French explorers who arrived before the other Europeans claimed the area for France. Settlers claimed the land for themselves, despite the fact that the native people had been living there for thousands of years. The winner of the contest claimed a cash prize of over $1 million. A young mother appeared at the Lost and Found department to claim her child, who was separated from her in the store. You can pick up your luggage in the baggage claim area after you get off of a plane. Other words that are similar to claim are proclaim and exclaim. The defendant proclaimed his innocence. "I'm innocent," he exclaimed. To reclaim something is to get it back after it was taken away or lost. The soccer team reclaimed its title as world's greatest when it won the World Cup. If your car is towed away because it was parked in the wrong place, you can reclaim it after paying a fee. Clap. Clap. People clap when they want to show their approval or pleasure in a performance or a celebration. People also clap when keeping time with music. He's clapping. The audience is clapping. The audience clapped at the end of the performance. Following the lecture, the students clapped for the professor. When the group took the stage, the concert goers clapped and whistled. The audience clapped in rhythm with the music. The audience held its applause until the very last note was played, and then they gave a standing ovation to the performers, with loud clapping and cheering. Clean. When a person cleans, he or she washes away dirt or organizes an area. This is a very common word that is used every day in English. The first set of examples shows how clean is used as a verb. The simple form is clean, the past tense is cleaned, and the past participle is cleaned. Oscar cleans his room almost every day. Alice cleaned her kitchen yesterday. Did you clean your house last weekend? They're cleaning their apartment. We have to clean up this mess. Have the students cleaned the classroom? The room hasn't been cleaned yet. The word clean is also used as an adjective. The room is clean. It's a very clean room. These dishes aren't very clean. Are their hands clean? The opposite of clean is dirty. How does she keep her kids so clean? It's hard to keep the house clean. The air in that city isn't clean. It's polluted. Solar and wind energy are very clean when compared to energy produced by oil and gas. They want to live clean lives. The Nelsons hired a cleaning lady to clean their house once a week. There are quite a few idioms and expressions that use the word clean. Jose went to the racetrack yesterday and cleaned up. The arresting officer said that the suspect was clean. That company won't hire you if you don't have a clean record. You can tell a few jokes, but try to keep them clean. He's going to have to clean up his act. Regina finally came clean and admitted that she stole the money. That wasn't a clean fight. Our neighbors had to clean out their life savings to pay for an expensive medical treatment. Tom seems like a regular clean-cut kid. Try to keep your nose clean. Clear. There are many different ways to use the word clear. If something is clear, you can see through it. Glass is clear. Air can be clear. Water is clear if it's clean. The word clear is used when something is easy to hear or understand. Is what I'm saying clear to you? Does my voice sound clear? Students should receive clear instructions from their teacher. Preventing freedom of speech is a clear violation of the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Sound that comes from a radio is not clear if there's a lot of static. You can use the word clear when something has been cleaned or wiped free of a material. In this case, Clear can be a verb or an adjective. A snowplow clears the roads when there's a snowstorm. The roads are clear. Students clear their desks of books and notebooks when taking a test. Their desks are clear. You can clear your conscience by admitting a mistake or admitting guilt. Your conscience can be clear. If you are in the clear, you are innocent or free of suspicion of wrongdoing. The word clearly is an adverb. The man at the meeting said something that was clearly not factual. He clearly made a mistake. Clearly, there are many, many people who disagree with what he thinks. It's clearly impossible to know what the man will do or say next. He's clearly an idiot. Clench. To clench something is to hold onto it very tightly with the teeth or with the hands. Or the upper and lower teeth are held together tightly. Jeremy clenches his teeth at night, but he doesn't realize he's doing it. Some people clench their teeth when they are angry. Through clenched teeth, the man said he would get even with the person who vandalized his house. When an alligator uses its teeth to clench onto an object or another animal, it doesn't let go easily. The dog has a ball clenched in its teeth. The boy clenched his fists in preparation for a fight. Clenched in Maria's hands was the money that she needed to pay her rent for the month. Some drivers clench the steering wheel as they drive through ice and snow. Clever. Use the word clever for people who are witty, smart, intelligent, or interesting. Benjamin Franklin was clever and talented in many different areas. The person who invented radio was very clever. The iPhone is a very clever device. Our teacher is a very clever man. Bill Maher is a comedian who tells clever jokes. That's so clever. How clever. That was a clever move. The word cleverly is an adverb. Cleverly, the students worked together to solve the problem. Tom cleverly responded to an insult and made his attacker look quite foolish. The professor cleverly figured out how to get her students to come to class early. The word cleverness is a noun. Apple is a corporation well known for cleverness and innovation in designing new products. A fox relies on its cleverness in order to eat. Pamela used her cleverness and charm to become successful. Click. A click is a sound that results from some sort of movement. This word is especially common when talking about the use of the internet. You use a mouse to click on links on a website. Your finger pushes down on a button and it makes a clicking noise. This website receives thousands and thousands of clicks in the course of one day. When you clicked on the link, it brought you here. When used as a verb, the word click has an ed ending in the past tense and as a past participle. The simple form is click. The past tense is clicked. The past participle is clicked. She clicked on the link. The link was clicked, but nothing happened. A visitor to a website clicks on links for additional information. There are other uses for the word click. The idea of riding around in a driverless car is beginning to click. There's a clicking noise coming from underneath the car. That's not good. Each time someone enters a target, an electronic counter clicks to register the visit. A pen makes a clicking noise when you push forward or push back the ink. Jennifer uses a clicker when she gives a presentation. The clicker moves the next slide forward. Some websites are cluttered with clickbait. Cliff. A cliff is the natural formation of an edge. It's usually very high, and sometimes it's dangerous. But people are drawn to cliffs because the view from above can be quite beautiful, or the view provides some kind of advantage. There is a lighthouse on this cliff. At night, it shines a bright light to warn passing boats of the rocks along the shoreline. He's diving off of a cliff and going into the water below. They're enjoying the view of the sunset while sitting on the cliff. If he doesn't hang on, he'll fall off the cliff. A cliff can also be a type of metaphor for an important situation that must be addressed. Otherwise, there could be severe consequences. If the United States goes over the fiscal cliff, that could result in some economic problems. Members of Congress are meeting this weekend so that they can avoid the fiscal cliff. George's stressful job finally drove him over the cliff, resulting in a mental breakdown. The young woman's use of drugs and alcohol brought her to the edge of the cliff. She finally got the help she needed. Climb. To climb something is to go up or down, or to move forward. In the examples below, climb is used as a verb. He's climbing up a mountain. The only way to reach those coconuts is to climb the tree. She has to be very careful when she climbs up or down the stairs. He has climbed up the corporate ladder and become very successful. This word can also be used as a noun. The climb up the mountain took a few days. After a rough climb through some turbulence, the airplane entered an area of the atmosphere that was calm. Her climb up the ranks of the organization has been quite remarkable. Clip. When the word clip is used as a verb, it means to cut something. The simple form is clip. The past tense is clipped. The past participle is clipped. You can use a pair of nail clippers to clip nails. Clippers are used to clip bushes and shrubs. People who clip hair use a scissors or clippers. As a noun, a clip is an object that holds things together. A paper clip holds together pieces of paper. Some clips are large enough and strong enough to hold many pages together. People use hair clips to hold their hair in place. A clipboard holds paper. The person who uses the clipboard can write while walking or standing. We also use the word clip when talking about speed. A sail ship can move at a pretty good clip when the wind is blowing. Your friends all say it's fine,